Hello and welcome back to another lesson. So this lesson is a continuation of our conditional statement, the if statement that we were talking about in the previous lesson. So remember, this is a recap of what we did the other time. So in this particular lesson, I'm going to be introducing another statement, I mean, like a branch of if statement. Part of it, you realize that, notice that when we started this lesson, we said there are conditional statement like if else, then if else, if else, switch, and ternary operator. So what I did in the last lesson was just a simple demonstration of if statement, and when the condition is not evaluated to true, it will skip it and moves to the else to give you the defaults of whatever it is that you are working with. So in this lesson, I want to introduce another way of chaining command with your if statement, which is going to be the else if, which means that if the first condition is wrong, if it is not true, is there any other, and you want it to evaluate some other things before you finally get your output, you can use else if. So I'm going to add another else if, then the bracket again. After it, I've opened the curly brace. As you can see, the curly braces. Then the second condition is I can now say, okay, if x is greater than 7, the result should be this is much better. And then take a look in our browser. You can see that JavaScript try to evaluate this. This is not correct because x is not less than 6, neither is equal to 6. Then it skipped to else if. It's realized that the value of x matches the condition inside the else if. So it evaluates it, then it never bothers to get to the default, which is the else statement. And that is why you are saying this is much better on the screen. So if I change this value now to 6 to match the first condition, you will see that it's evaluated the first condition, then it skipped the second one, never even gets to it, and the third one because the first condition it met was already correct. So it just gives you the correct output, which in our case is the correct one because uh, x is equals to 6, and so ls equals to 6. JavaScript just evaluate this and give us an answer. Also, not only can we do a single condition, you can do multiple condition like x less equals to 6, and you can use this one of the logical operators that we talked about in our past lesson, and say okay, x equals to 6. Now, can you see it is still evaluating the first condition because x less equals to 6 and the value of x itself is 6. So if I now change it and do some changes to like 7, let's see what happens. You see what I'm getting? This is the default. The reason why is because for and to work in JavaScript, both of the value of the expression must equal to true. That is when it will work. So if I change this to like call, let's see, can you see that this one is evaluating now because one of the condition is true. This part is true, but this one is false. For all logical operator, it will work. But if it is and, the two side of the expression must be true. And that is why it skip it and it moved to the default because the first condition did not match, the second condition did not match. So JavaScript just keep the two and then give you the output of the default in your browser. So this is how you use else if and else statement. As a matter of fact, you can have multiple else if in your code depending on the number of conditions that you are trying to test. So we'll continue with conditional statements again in the next lesson. I'll see you. Don't forget to practice, and you can also as well read more about if statements in JavaScript. Thank you.